I just don't even want to hear Johnny talk. I just, shh, shh, just shut up. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Taste of Reality. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, and we're reviewing Married at First Sight, Season 13, Episode 11. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, share the video with a friend. It is free, and let's get into the review. So at first I wanted to talk about the couples that annoyed me and then the couples that really made me happy at the end of the episode. But the way Johnny has me in my feelings, I think I need to work up to getting to him. So we're going to start with Rachel and Jose. Jose is confused why Rachel can't really let the situation go and why she feels like she didn't get an adequate apology from him. And I'm confused why we're still entertaining this conversation. In my honest opinion, yes, relationships are hard. Marriage is hard. Sometimes you toy with the idea of divorce, whether it's a short-term relationship or a long-term relationship. But if you ever threaten to throw something at me and have it be the ring on top of that, I am not speaking to you. We're done. We are done. And homegirl wants to talk about, I finally got the apology that I deserved, which she did. He acknowledged his wrong and he expressed the ways that he could do better and that he would not repeat that behavior, which is great. But we can still be done. We can still be over. They are not over. She says that, once she got that apology, she was feeling better. And when they were doing the group date, that she's back to being in love with him. And it's not that I don't believe her, but I think maybe she's misconstruing strong feelings and love. Because when you love an individual, it's not that easy to fall in and out, It's not like the first thing, I don't love him anymore. Back in your good graces, I'm back in love with him. It could have been, here are the two scenarios in my mind. It could have been love the entire time, and you had a moment where you were upset, but you still loved him. Or it was never truly love this entire time, and the high points you thought were love, but it was just, a step closer to having those feelings. Because to me, a woman who has never been in love, so who am I to even judge what their love is? But to me, it's not that easily tarnished when you truly love somebody. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. You can cash it in if you want to. You probably won't, because I'm just, talking out of my ass to some people. But this is what I feel. This is what I feel about love, okay? I just feel like it can't come on and off that easily. That's all I'm trying to say. Jose says that he thought he was a good communicator and a good listener before marriage. Baby boy, let me tell you right now, you were good at talking a lot and not giving people space to speak. Hence, there not being anything to listen to. Okay? That's what that was. I don't know who comes into any situation believing that they are perfect. He literally said, I didn't think there was anything wrong with me. How? How could you not think that? That blows my mind. To me, there's already a disconnect there, because you need to come being someone who's aware of your pitfalls, being aware that there's always improvement to be made. And I feel like that produces a better relationship between the two of you. But to think I am beyond fault, I am incapable of being in the wrong, you're going to run into so many issues. And that's why it took him so long to form a proper apology, because to him, he could not rationalize being in the wrong. It did not make sense to him. So I just found that part interesting. They claim to be back in love. They claim to be back in, the place that they wanted to be, that they are each other's perfect match, whatever. So, okay, I'll go with it for now, but I don't buy it for long. Moving on to Brett and Ryan. Ryan sets up a little scavenger hunt situation for Brett, and it was kind of cute, all these little jokes or inside things between the two of them. And he gave her a shopping spree, starting the episode off great. In the middle of the episode, she has to put down her dog. And Married at First Sight people and their canines. It's a lot of emotion. So she was very down about that. okay, how do I say this? This is the only time I've seen Ryan be like emotionally present. It seems like he was able to be more vulnerable talking about the death of a dog than the relationship they have for with each other. I don't know if anybody else noticed that, and I don't know if I'm reading into it, because I thought he was making good strides last week in the beginning of this episode. I was like, okay, he's trying, but then I'm like, oh, so he's capable of emotion. It's just not when it comes to Brett. Yeah. And I have to say, it really frustrates me that he says he's not physically or sexually attracted to this woman, because, listen, she's beautiful. She's beautiful. Look at her. Look at her. Beautiful. He's superficial. I'm reducing it to the fact that he is just superficial. He had an image in his mind, and the fact that they did not give him what he wanted, he's not going to be able to get over that wall. It's just not going to happen. And it's unfortunate, because I feel like Brett is trying. We don't see her on a daily basis, but those things that he was initially complaining about, it seems like they have subsided. So now, what else is holding you back? The appearance. And unfortunately, the appearance is never going to be there. And her hair is obviously dyed. So if you really were attracted to blonde hair that much, she could just dye it blonde. I feel like don't do it just to make him attracted to you. But that's how trivial it is to me. Like, she has the blue eyes. She has the fair skin. All she's missing is this blonde hair that you want. She has a petite physique, in my opinion. Hair? You're really hung up over hair? No, he's just superficial, and that's it. That's that on that. This man said his feelings are even less now than they have been at the beginning of the process or throughout the process. I'm ready to see him match with this next girl on the Tinders, because this girl constantly having hope constantly having hope that the relationship is going to get to a point where it really feels like a marriage is sad to watch. It's just not going to get there. He does not have those feelings for you, nor is he actively trying to make strides to have those feelings for you. I think he feels strongly about her, but I don't think he'll ever see her in a romantic light. It's just right now, it's not looking like that. It seems like he enjoys her company. She's a good person, and he has love for her, but he may never be in love with her. Damn. And Brett's a good woman, man. If Brett ends up single, I really want her to find somebody at the end of this, because I'm rooting for you, sis. Next up is Zach and Michaela. It started rocky, child. So they were doing a double date, Zach and Michaela and Mirla and Gil, and they were going salsa dancing. And if the last couple seasons have shown us anything, don't go dancing with your partner, okay? Because I don't know what happens at these dance classes, but it just not a good formula for the Married at First Sight couples. Michaela decides she does not want to proceed with the dance lesson. And it wasn't even the fact that she couldn't do it. She was frustrated. She was tired. She just didn't want to do it. Okay. Okay. And then she says, oh no, I'm having a great time. This is great. Just sitting on the sidelines, not joining in. I'm having a great time. I would be so livid. I would be so mad. But that's not my wife, so it's not my problem. Later on in the episode, they are celebrating their anniversary, and it seems like they're on a good track. So there was a conversation that they had to where at the end of the salsa dancing, she was just saying that there's things that he said that makes it hard for me to want to put myself fully into this process, because if you've already shut down, what am I trying for? And that was valid. But then later on, she does say, I don't actually see negatives in being married to you. We have been experiencing negatives, but in terms of marrying you, that is not a negative. And I thought that that was such a great distinction, because it's easy to think, and Zach would think these things, these negative things are what we are. You know, he had kept saying we have these fundamental differences because of a difference that they experienced between each other. That must mean this is who she is, therefore we cannot be together. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate that she made that distinction. And you know, they're back to kissing and cuddling and being cute. And he alludes to the fact that he feels the love from her. And she even said in her confessional that she loves him. And at the group date at the end, we find out that she told him that she loves him. I do feel like it might be premature. But also because they've gone through so much, maybe that is why she's had that revelation. It's like, even through all the BS, I still want to be here with you, and I still want to stick it out, and I still want to choose you. So yeah, maybe she does actually love him. He's not quite there yet, but that's understandable with the journey that he's had. But I was so happy just to see them in a better place, because to go from the cutest couple, the happiest couple, the most, you know, the furthest along, to go to like the worst and then back to being in a good place. It's good to see them just in a good place. I'm patiently waiting for Hurricane K, not because I want her to come out, but I want to see what led to that. Because right now things are good. Like, what's going to happen? And it seems like she was mad at production, not necessarily Zach. So, The second to last couple is Mirla and Gil. And I have to give them their props, man. Wow. They're doing so good. So good. At the double date with Zach and Michaela, I appreciated that they looked like a unit. They were always interlocking hands, always doing some kind of eye contact, physical contact, just to show I'm here with you. We are together. We are a unit. I loved it. It was great. For a second, I thought he was going to shoot the boat and like sink it when he called her a brat and a child. Ooh, because sometimes she doesn't want to do stuff that he wants to do. And he was like, yeah, sometimes it makes me feel like you're being bratty. But the good thing is Mirla's a good sport when it comes to him. And I'm just thinking this is just how they communicate. You know, he throws a jab, she accepts, maybe she throws jabs back, but it works for them. So, okay, that's fine. If you like it, I love it. They are also a lot more affectionate these days. Homegirl says my husband every 5 words. And I'm like, oh, she's feeling the man. She is feeling him. She's also appreciating sentimental gifts now rather than just material stuff. They're just making good strides. Like it looks like they could be the ones to make it work. And then you kind of have to let me speak on myself. I kind of have to take back the things that I was saying about Mirla, because I was like, if anything's going to be the downfall of this relationship, it's going to be how she acts in this relationship. However, it seems like her process has been working, because she had said, I don't want to just jump in and then have this fizzle out like anything else that we've been a part of. Let's take it slow. Let's build. Let's, take our time, and it'll be worth it in the end. Because she said, I'm not divorcing him. He is not leaving me. Why do we have to rush? And it's working out. It's working out. The girl was right. She said she's making a decision to love him and is waiting for it to grow. Like, she's excited to see it grow between them. Amen. Hey, good on you. Good on you. I think they're doing good. Who's not doing good? Johnny and Bao. Ooh. Last week, I said Johnny is the type of person who needs those little acts of service throughout the day to feel the sexy at night. And he said it. He said, the making the bed, the cooking, the flirting throughout the day. Like, he needs those things to initiate physical intimacy. Or he just doesn't want to. Like, he needs those indicators. And here's where things get a little frustrating for me. When Bao speaks about him, she says he's the one who doesn't initiate. But then when he speaks about Bao, they can't get to the place because she's not doing things that want him to get there. And I don't know who to believe. because I can believe both. I can believe that he doesn't initiate because literally everything that he has done in this process is to conform Bao to his needs. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. I'm not gonna feel this way about you if you don't do this. Oh, now you're acting giddy again. See, I'm not attracted to you. Like, it's constant changing of Bao in order for him to feel comfortable in this relationship. And I'm wondering, where has Johnny bent for Bao? Where has Johnny bent for her? Something as simple as how they cuddle, he had an issue with. He was like, oh, limp hands, no. What? Let me take a pause. Okay, unpause. Literally all she's asking for is a little bit more physical touch. You know, she's like, I'm constantly the big spoon. I have to initiate sex. I have to do all these things. Why doesn't he do that for me? And he's like, physical touch, that's hard. That's hard. But you want Bao to basically change her personality, to change her mannerisms, to change her whole disposition. But physical touch is too hard for you. What? He pisses me off. He was talking with his friend Kim, and he was basically saying, I don't like how Bao likes to finish stuff. Like, everything has to turn into a mission. The girl wanted to finish the damn painting, and after it was over, she did cuddle with you. We saw it. It was on tape. What are you talking about? And didn't they have sex that night too? Like, what is he saying? He's like, Bao being Bao, pisses me off. Basically. That's basically what he's saying. And I don't like, I want to side with Bao, but again, we don't get the full story, so I don't know. At the end of the episode, when they're on their group date and he basically is imploding because she's saying these things that he believes are untrue. Like, she says, I cook, I initiate, all this stuff. And he's like, where? When did you do that? We can't fact check. I mean, they did the whole like flashback thing, but again, we only see however many hours that they're there. We don't see what happens when the camera crew is not there. I'm still just gonna err on the side of Johnny is full of it. And I feel like he's been looking for reasons to escape since he started, you know? Just because in the beginning he would say, if I was dating you, I wouldn't have asked for a second date. I already know her, so it's uncomfortable. When she gets excited, it's like a child and it turns me off. Like, she doesn't make the bed, so I don't really want to like get dirty with her. She wants to finish the painting that I, said we should do. So like, shut up. Just shut up. I'm actually vexed. Let me move on because I can be here forever talking about the two of them. That is all that I have for this week. Next week, it seems like the couples that are doing good strides are continuing on that route. And Johnny and Bao, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with them. I don't know if he's going to call her out and basically say she's a liar because it seems like that's what he wants to do. Yeah. Woo. Anyways, y'all, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we will break it down next week and see what happens.